Learn English online at Best Training School.
Hi everybody, welcome to your 15th English class. Are you ready? Alright, let's start. Today we'll compare three famous tenses. The present perfect continuous, the past perfect continuous, and the future perfect continuous. In this video, I'll ask you to focus on the present perfect tense. When you master it, you'll understand easily the two others. How do we form the present perfect continuous tense? It's composed of three parts. The helped verb have in simple present, have and has, plus the past participle of be, been, and the present participle of any verb. Questions are indicated by inverting the subject and have or has. Negatives, of course, are made with not. Somebody can ask, why we use been? Remember that in perfect tenses, we always use have plus past participle. And in continuous tenses, we always use be plus present participle. So, when we combine perfect and continuous, we obtain have or has plus been plus verb ing. This is the form of the present perfect continuous. Let's explain its use. When you are talking about a progressive action that started in the past and has continued up to the present moment, either has just stopped now or continue for later. I'll explain more. When an action or an event started at a specific point in the past and keep on going up to now, then stopped. Sometimes the action carries on for a length of time later. We have to use the present perfect continuous because it's usually emphasizes duration or the amount of time that an action has been taking place. Look at the following example. Today, I've got to meet Cindy at 9 a.m. We have an appointment at 9 o'clock sharp. Now, it's 9:30 and she hasn't arrived yet. Outside, it's very cold. When I have an appointment, I always arrive early. I've been waiting since 8:50 and she hasn't turned up yet. So, up to now, I've been waiting for 50 minutes and I'm still waiting. Finally, at 10, she arrived and she seemed sorry. Right away when she arrived, she said, I beg your pardon, how long have you been waiting? Cindy is interested in the duration of waiting, and I replied politely, I've been waiting for more than an hour, no matter. Now you are here. So, now she is here, and the action of waiting has just stopped, and is illustrated on the timeline. Alright, let's talk now about the form of the past perfect continuous. It's also composed of three parts. The helped verb have in simple past, had, plus the past participle of be, been, and the present participle of any verb. Questions are indicated by inverting the subject and had. Negatives are made with not. In other words, the form is had plus been plus verb ing. When you are talking about a progressive action that started in the past and continued up until another time in the past, I mean, Well, we want to talk about an event that started in the past, progressed in the past, and finished in the past. We use the past perfect continuous tense. The difference is, with the present perfect continuous, the action continued up to now. But with the past perfect continuous, the action continued up to a past time before now. Look at the following example. Yesterday, I had to meet Cindy at 9 a.m. We had an appointment at 9 a.m., but Cindy had forgotten, and she didn't come at all. So, I waited up to 10 a.m., then I went back home. And today she called to apologize. I'm curious to know what happened to her yesterday. Hi, I'm really sorry. I forgot our meeting yesterday. How long had you been waiting? She apologized and was impatient to know exactly the length of time I spent waiting for her. I'd been waiting for more than an hour. Then I went back home. I replied quietly and told her about the duration. As you know, I always come earlier. That's why I said more than an hour. At last, the form of the future perfect continuous. It's also composed of three parts. The helped verb have in simple future, will have, plus the past participle of be, being, and the present participle of any verb. Questions are indicated by inverting the subject and will. Don't forget to use shall with I and we. Negatives are made with not, as the older tenses. Let's summarize that. The future perfect continuous is formed by will plus have plus been plus verb ing. We have just to conjugate the helped verb have in simple future. The rest doesn't change, the same as the previous tenses. When you are talking about a progressive action that started now and will continue up until another time in the future. In this way, the use of the future perfect continuous shows that we'll be interested in a future duration which started now and will be in progress up till a particular event or time later in the future. So, the difference with the two other tenses is the end of the duration. Look, in present perfect continuous, the duration started in the past and continue up to now. In past perfect continuous, the duration started in the past and continued up to a reference point in the past. However, in future perfect continuous, the duration starts in the present moment and will continue up to a reference point in the future. Look at the following example. Today, I must meet Cindy at 9 a.m. Today, I've arranged an appointment with Cindy at 9 a.m. at the train station. Unfortunately, her train is late for about 30 minutes. Thus, she's calling to inform me. Oh, my phone is ringing. That's Cindy. I will answer. Hi, this is Cindy speaking. I may be late. She informed me about her delay. Then she asked, how long will you have been waiting when I arrive? Her question concerned a future period that will start now up to later. I'm at the train station. When your train arrives, it's the future event reference in which Cindy is supposed to arrive. When your train arrives, I will have been waiting for about half an hour. Don't worry. Half an hour it's the duration. So, through her question and my answer, we are both interested in period of waiting. Let's study together these three sentences to find out the difference by yourself. I'm not fit to correct your test now. I've been teaching all the day. I suppose this thing happened at the end of a workday. I'm still at school and I inform my students that I'm tired because I've been teaching all the day. I've used the present perfect continuous to emphasize a long work day. The second one. Finally, I'm back home. I'd been teaching all the day. I left school and now I'm at home and I inform my wife how I spent my workday. I'd been teaching all the day. I've used the past perfect continuous to talk about a finished day. And the last one. Tomorrow I have plenty of work ahead me. And I've been teaching all the day. I'm talking about tomorrow. I project myself in the future and I expose what's awaiting me tomorrow. I have been teaching all the day. The use of the future perfect continuous shows a future period that starts tomorrow and will finish at the end of the day. This table of keywords can be helpful to clarify the use of those tenses. That's all for today. Thank you for attending the lesson. See you next class. Try to be on time. Goodbye.